Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We are looking at a space that literally never stops shifting, digital marketing. And specifically, we're zeroing in on the absolute juggernaut of 2026, Performance Max, or PMax. Today, we're going to stick strictly to the data and insights from our source material to see exactly how this architecture is built from the ground up. It's honestly a fascinating look into how modern e-commerce campaigns are structured to maximize both reach and efficiency.
Okay, let's dive into this. Performance Max has evolved in a massive way by 2026. We are defining it now as a dominant, cross-channel, AI-driven campaign type. What totally sets it apart from those legacy campaigns we're used to is this really deep integration of machine learning. It doesn't just sit there executing static commands. No, it actively learns and optimizes on the fly. This cross-channel machine learning power is, well, it's essentially the foundation of modern marketing. Understanding the machinery running behind this gives us a massive edge in figuring out how the most successful campaigns are actually operating right now.
To master all of this, we absolutely need a blueprint. So here's our plan. We'll start by mapping out the 2026 PMax landscape, pour our foundation with product feed optimization, guide the AI with search themes, build out our themed asset groups, and finally, measure success with video ads. Let's get building.
First up on the blueprint, Section 1, the 2026 PMax landscape. Let's take a look at the awe-inspiring scale of the digital environment we are working in.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the simultaneous reach. When our sources mention cross-channel reach, they aren't talking about running a few different siloed campaigns. PMax automation reaches across search, display, YouTube, and Gmail, all at the exact same time, from one central brain. It's wild. The machine learning algorithm is constantly analyzing user behavior across all these distinct Google properties to find your customer right where they are most likely to convert. It's a massive, highly interconnected landscape, and your campaign is deployed across the whole shebang dynamically.
Moving right along to Section 2, Foundation, Product Feed Optimization. And a quick warning here, if this step is weak, your entire campaign crumbles.
So the crucial point is exactly what our source material states. Product feed optimization is the #1 factor for success in e-commerce. It's literally the golden rule derived straight from the research. But why does this matter so much? Well, think of the product feed as the raw material being fed directly into the machine learning engine. If the AI gets poor quality data, missing product IDs, vaguely written titles, or just bad categorization, it simply cannot do its job across that massive landscape we just talked about. Optimizing this feed is the concrete slab that the rest of our 2026 PMax house is built on.
Section 3. Guiding AI Search Themes. So now we're framing the house. And Google's builders, the AI, they need a map to avoid what we call the cold start problem before any conversion data actually rolls in.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive 2026 update. We now get exactly 50 search themes per asset group to accurately guide the algorithm. 50! That is a huge expansion. It basically means advertisers now have up to 50 distinct opportunities to manually steer the AI, pointing the machine learning directly toward high-value, highly relevant search queries and user intent right from day one. It completely eliminates the guesswork for the AI early on.
Which brings us to Section 4, Building Themed Asset Groups. Now we are constructing the specific rooms of our house, and there is a critical warning we need to heed about how products are grouped. You see, dumping all your products into a single asset group is a lot like having a messy everything drawer in your kitchen. You know the one. It's got dead batteries, a random screwdriver, some old takeout menus, maybe a single chopstick. If you hand that drawer to an AI and ask it to make a cohesive, relevant ad, it is absolutely going to struggle. Actually, scratch that, it'll probably panic. Instead, the best practice is building carefully themed asset groups. By grouping only tightly related products together, like say separating men's running shoes from women's winter coats, you ensure the highest possible levels of ad relevance. The AI can match the exact right product image and copy to the exact right customer, which at the end of the day drives up those conversion rates.
All right, time for the final home inspection. Section 5, Measuring Success Video Ads. Let's look at how we evaluate the curb appeal of our campaigns through reporting. The sources highlight a massive relief for digital marketers right now, the new Ads Using Video segment in PMax reporting. In the past, trying to figure out if your highly produced, expensive video assets were actually outperforming simple static images was incredibly frustrating. You often had to alter your core campaign setup just to run a simple test. But with this new segmentation, we can cleanly and easily compare the performance. We're talking clicks, conversions, the overall cost of video assets versus static assets right side by side. It is a real game changer because it gives you crystal clear data without having to tear down or modify the optimized campaign architecture we literally just spent all that time building.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer and to this final, provocative question. Your 2026 PMax architecture is fully built, but is your AI learning from the right blueprint? We've seen today from the data that success isn't just about flipping a switch and turning the automation on. It's about optimizing that raw product feed, giving the AI a map with those 50 search themes, strictly organizing your asset groups, and vigilantly measuring your video data. I highly encourage you to review your own setups and see how your foundation holds up against these 2026 standards. Thank you so much for joining us as we explored this material today. Keep learning, keep optimizing, and we will see you next time.